that I have yet to say. This next song is a story that's been handed down in my community and through my family, and based on a true story. It's called Digging Holes. Sam. He was a storekeeper by his trade. He sold goods to the Cherokee and they always saw him paid. One day an old native man came in. He was looking starved and lean. He said, I'll trade you this treasure map for a bag of beans. Hey! The trade and he sold the store, left Oklahoma for Tennessee. The map led him to the ancient Cumberlands, a place called Hills Creek. The old man had showed him on the map, it was made on the skin of sheep. Said, here's where we'd better long ago, but you have to dig that deep. Sam found the place on the map, but for months he searched and dug. And one day a hole crumbled and collapsed and it killed him from above. My grandfather told me this story, said, boy, you be safe when y'all digging holes. Yeah, I always judge around and around, you know, and now and then finding gold. Hey, thank you. True story, based on a true story. All right, so this, okay, we're going to stay in the same key. This next song is about a gentleman that used to live back in my grandfather's day and my dad's time, and he was, you know, every area had their artist in the whiskey making industry, and you know, up in East Tennessee it was Popcorn Sutton, and over around Mont Eagle it was Hamper McBee, and up in our neck of the woods it was Uncle Jerry Cobbinger. So he'd carry his cornmeal back and cook whiskey at his still. The law caught Uncle Jerry once and they put him in the pen. The very day he got out, he started making whiskey again. Go get a job from Uncle Jerry, for he makes it fine. Go get a job from Uncle Jerry, whiskey smooth as wine. Uncle Jerry broke his leg. He only lived 3 more weeks till they put him in his grave. There's a certain mountain holler that's got a corn mash kind of smell. It's that same mountain holler there Uncle Jerry fell. Go get a job from Uncle Jerry, for he makes it fine. Go get a job from Uncle Jerry, whiskey smooth as wine. Cause you can't ever put it back. If you spill your whiskey, you'll drink from a mule's track. Go get a job from Uncle Jerry, for he makes it fine. Go get a job from Uncle Jerry, whiskey smooth as wine. Whiskey smooth as wine. Whiskey smooth as wine. That's all that old man ever did his whole life on that mountain is make moonshine. He had a cur dog named Jiggs, that was his safety and security. Come here, Jiggs. Sit down here. You better bark when somebody tries to come up on this mountain. Thank you, thank you. Little Uncle Jerry. Let's see here. This one. Don't touch your feedback. Okay, so this is 6 on that one. Get that in the right place. Okay. So So one of the routes of the Trail of Tears comes right down the road in front of my house. And I have a journal, a copy of a journal that belonged to a Methodist missionary who, he and his wife actually accompanied the Cherokee people on the Trail of Tears. And it's a very moving journal. And so I wrote this song in honor of them. It's called The Trail. There will be an audience participation at the very end too, so. On November 1st, 1838, a wagon train left the Chattanooga area carrying some of the last forcibly removed Cherokee people and their allies. Among this wagon train were two non-native Methodist missionaries, the Reverend Daniel S. Buttrick and his wife Elizabeth, who chose to load their few belongings onto a small carry-all wagon and accompany their congregation on a long and arduous journey of exile and death. I was out in the fields working can to can. I found an old horseshoe, rusty and bent. I hung it up in a fence row close by. It looked at least 100 years old, probably closer to 2 is what I've been told. And it seemed kind of special as it faded from my sight. Deep in the night after I lay down, I heard a strange jingling sound out the road rightward early that day. So I rolled out and pulled my boots on, went through the darkness to see where that sound was coming from. I was met by an ancient ghostly scene. A Cherokee wagon train, it felt like snow and it smelled of grief as they groaned and creaked, spilled their pain along the way. Trail where they died, trail where they cried, all I saw was a trail of tears. Man's greed for gold had driven out by bayonet and political shout. 3,000 years living on this land. Now, an empty meal sack was handed to me, stamped Brainerd Mission, Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I hurried to the house. And I filled it with all I had. Wishing there was more, there was sadness when I handed it back to the apparition of a preacher man. And they come up with the teens and continue moving on their way. Trail where they died, trail where they cried, all I saw was a trail of tears. The next morning I wondered, was that a dream or real? There laying on the counter was spilled cornmeal. I ran for the road to see that horseshoe was hanging there. Trail where they died, trail where they cried, all I saw was a trail of tears. Trail where they died, trail where they cried, all I saw was a trail of tears. Cherokee, Cherokee, Cherokee. territories, the Buttricks once again chose to remain with their native congregation until their deaths. And upon their tombstones were first carved in Cherokee and then in English. Audience participation part. Alright, y'all can do this. If you don't have your mouths full, please help me do this. Let me hear you. So now we're going to do a Malinda song. How about that?
Malinda! Malinda!
She's a rocker. We are? There's a song brewing in my mind. It's a diamond that isn't yet a ring, or any kind of bright or shiny thing. Laying there not finished, unpolished, dull and blemished. It's a diamond that isn't yet a ring. his brown eyes. There's a song in my mind. There's a song brewing in my mind. The lines and phrases don't yet rhyme, but there's images of blue skies, black-eyed Susan's brown eyes. There's a song brewing in my mind. There's images of blue skies, black-eyed Susan's brown eyes. There's a song brewing in my mind. There's a song brewing in my mind. Miss Malinda. Okay. You want to do that?
Well, it's next in line. It's song
Next
number
on the
13.
line. Okay. Song number 13. No, it's
13 out of 21. But actually, it's 14.
It's actually 14.
We did a new song that Andrew wasn't here to hear.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with that.
He doesn't even know I'm talking about him.
Yeah, he's too busy talking.
Yeah. I've been talking about you, Andrew, but you don't know what I have said. None of it was good.
I'm kind of embarrassed myself.
It was good. It was fine.
Let me get my cable up here where it needs to be. So this is another true story about the battle between evil and good. Back about 100 years ago, actually 102 or 3 years ago, this happened up where I live. There's a shootout between a moonshiner and a revenue agent. And Logan Malloy, some of you may remember Mr. Bob Malloy around, was his father was the revenue agent. And he got involved with a shootout with a very bad man who killed 2 men for no reason and a child because it was crime. And so this is that story. Bearded black shadow came to our mountain, casting dark both night and day. Some say it was the son of the devil, or the devil himself come to stay. Known as the butcher of the Cumberland, Slaughter was his name. He killed 2 men for fun with his dagger and his guns, and a crying infant child. Yeah, there's some things mountain folk won't abide. Word was sent to the law down in the valley. Agent Malloy was the man in charge. No, where wildcats still